Okay, the first question has a 2-minute answer. Yesterday, a Senate committee approved a comprehensive immigration bill. It seems like an amnesty bill because illegal immigrants are allowed to stay illegally in the United States. Having been here for 5 minutes or 50 years, under what circumstances should an illegal immigrant be allowed to stay in the United States? Again, you have 2 minutes to answer this.
Well, first of all, I don't think that's right. I disagree with it. I would welcome immigrants into the United States if they came in under the same auspices as other members of our society. But if they come in and start taking jobs that are American jobs, and they're not certified or qualified, I think that's wrong. I think that the way that we fix that problem is we come up with a national tamper-proof identification card that would run through a national registry, and this would be verified. I have friends in our district that employ Hispanics and different ones. They take great pride in making sure that they're certified and that they're legal. Good friends of mine. As far as you go south in my district, down into down into Pemiscot County, you'll see more and more. And I think they're very concerned. Most of the people that I deal with in my state representative district are very concerned that they are legal and they don't take the jobs away from Americans here who deserve them.
Thank you. Question number 2. Now, we did a little poll before you all were brought back in, and we asked the audience if they thought certain things were constitutional or unconstitutional, and the consensus was that the Obamacare, especially the individual mandate, was considered unconstitutional by our group. The question is, if a spending bill, continuing resolution, or budget bill comes before you that pays for the full year of veterans benefits, but also funds the spending for items that you deem unconstitutional, our group deems, such as the mandate for Obamacare, will you vote against or for the bill, and why? And you have 1 minute.
Well, first of all, I have some disagreements with the Affordable Health Care Act. I think it puts a tremendous financial burden on small businesses. And small businesses are the backbone of our country, the backbone of our economy here in southeast Missouri. I mean, I come from East Prairie, Missouri. I was a small businessman. Our family had a supermarket for 43 years. I know what that's about. In the same respect, the Affordable Health Care Act, I think, in taking pre-existing conditions and accepting those, and also the extension of coverage till they're 26 years old, I think that helps families out. So would I vote to subsidize it? At this present time, I would not.
Okay, question number 3 out of 4, and this one has a 1 minute allowed for the answer. Candidates often campaign on the notion that the United States should cut off foreign aid to certain countries based on their behavior and ally status. Considering that we are almost $17 trillion in debt, this seems like a no-brainer. What countries do you believe should be cut off from foreign aid, and will you commit to voting no on a bill that sends American aid to these countries, even if that bill is a funding mechanism for veterans benefits? Again, you have 1 minute.
My son that went to West Point was in Europe for 6 years. He was in Bosnia, Kosovo, and he was also in North Iraq for a year. I look at countries like Egypt and Syria and Afghanistan. They're enemies to us, and we continue to send them millions of dollars. I think that's wrong. I think that's wrong. Why should we give money to our enemies when they're trying to destroy us, develop nuclear weapons and things of that nature? I think that we should continue political, ties with them as far as diplomatics, but taking money away from the United States when we have people here who don't have meals to eat, we have people who can't go to the hospital and get medical care, folks, that's not right. You take care of your own first, and then take care of everybody else. Thank you. Question number 4, and this one has a 2 minute answer.
This question is related to the current IRS scandal, and that concerns the bias targeting of Tea Party and other groups. Organizations like the Cape County Tea Party have been ordered by Barack Obama's IRS to list the names of interns, where they were physically working, and where they were employed after completing their internship. The director of the IRS, Lois Lerner, testified on Capitol Hill today regarding this scandal. What is the first question you would have asked her, and what is your solution to this problem with the IRS? You have 2 minutes.
Well, first of all, I would ask her if she didn't think this was an infringement of rights. You know, we all have rights, privacy rights. And I think the IRS has done a great disservice to the Tea Party and some other target organizations that they've singled out. This is wrong. They should not be sharing this information with other people, and I think we need to take steps to correct that. You know, this reminds me, I was just a youngster in the 50s during the days of McCarthyism, but I've seen enough about it to know what it was all about. There were false innuendos, statements, attacks. They were unjustified. I have said on the House floor, in the House of Representatives, that if you make a statement on the House floor, it shouldn't be your opinion unless you say this is my opinion. You shouldn't state it as fact. I have been a great believer in saying the things that I know to be true. And in my column each week, if it's my opinion, I make sure that people know that. But I'll try to be as factual as possible. I don't go on rumors, I don't go on coffee shop talk. I go on what I know. And I think that perhaps the government has done the wrong thing in allowing the IRS to get away with this. I think not only is the director was already replaced, but I think that there's other people there that are responsible for these violations. Their heads should roll too.